Hello, church family. Here's your Wednesday Minister Moment. In Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, one of the habits he mentions is seek first to understand and then seek to be understood. He feels that at the heart of family pain is misunderstanding. And I think that there's a lot of truth to that statement. That people don't hear each other right, and as a result, they end up hurting each other. But that's not true just in families, that's true in other relationships as well. So it's important for us to listen. In Scripture, it tells us that we should listen as well. And in James chapter 1, verse 19, it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." We've all had situations where we have wanted to respond quickly to some words that we heard and then found out later we didn't really understand what was being said. There's a quote in a book called Bless by David Ferguson and John Ferguson. And they're talking about listening. And this is the quote. It says, "The truth is that most people don't want your expertise. They want your support. They just want to be heard and known and to know that you care. Here's the real issue. When people in our lives feel unheard and unknown, it ultimately leaves them feeling unloved." Sometimes we just need to listen. We need to let them know that they matter. And when I talk about listening, it's not just about hearing the words that are said. It's about and not just understanding the definitions of the words. It's actually understanding the heart of the matter, and understanding the heart of the person as they're speaking. It is about getting to the perspective of that person. Where are they coming from as they speak? And if we can begin to understand their perspective, then we can know how to respond. In that same book, Bless, that I just mentioned a minute ago, they talk about a missionary that takes a group of missionaries to India, and they go to this remote village that's very, very, very poor. And they are prepared to do all kinds of work. They're prepared to build a clinic so they can have medical help. They're prepared to build a school so that your kids can learn. They're prepared to build a church building so that they can worship God. But they ask the villagers, what is it that they need? And the villagers respond by saying, what we need most is a mailbox. The missionaries are flabbergasted by this. What, a mailbox? We can do a whole lot more than a mailbox. Why do you need a mailbox? So the villagers explain, well, if you have a mailbox, that means you have a zip code. And if you have a zip code, that means you have a place on the map. If you have a place on the map, that means the government recognizes you and you have access to the government services. And so the missionaries heard this, and what they did was they tried to help them get a zip code. It took them 2 years to go through all the red tape to get the zip code for this village. But once they had the zip code, once they had their mailbox, that's when transformation was able to really take place. When we listen well enough to understand, then we can know then how to bless. We can know then how to respond. My encouragement to you is that you'll listen. That you'll listen well enough to know how to respond to your family members, to your neighbors, to the people you run into every day, to the people that you work with or go to school with. And as you listen, may you listen in such a way that people will know that they are heard and that they're understood, and that they will know that they really matter to you. May your listening bless them, but may your responses as you listen bless them even more. I hope this is an encouragement to you, and I hope you have a great day.